waters. Now, before we get going, I will say, if you are facing me, you are technically facing backwards, but you'll have better luck looking forward. Although, if you want to watch me for the tour, feel free. It's not a bad view, but you'll see more stuff looking the other way. Now, just a few ground rules before we get going. So, with the exception of water, of course, there is no eating, drinking, smoking, or vaping while on the boat. And I also just ask that you remain seated in your original seats at all times. Now, the type of tour you guys are on, it's what we call a scenic tour, which basically means that it is not a guarantee we'll see anything. However, action can strike at any moment, and if you look on the island, on your right-hand side, on this island, you guys are gonna see the Canada goose. Pretty cool, huh? No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure you see no shortage of those guys in your daily lives. They're pretty common. I will tell you, they're kind of no joke here at the park. At the very least, we have a confirmed 100 nesting pairs, and each pair lays about 4 to 6 eggs. So if you do the math on that, we are pumping out about 400 to 600 little baby goslings here at the park every single year. So we're like a goose-making factory. Now, this little animal on the island on your right, this is an island a lot of people mistake for a beaver. It is not a beaver, that is a muskrat. And the muskrat is a lot smaller than a beaver, and it's basically like if a beaver and a rat had a baby. It has not the big flat tail, just a tiny little tail. Now, if you guys look straight down, there is a monkey in sight. So look in this tree straight down. So that is a black-handed spider monkey named Bieber. And he is named after Mr. Justin Bieber. Now, the spider monkeys, they come from Central America, so areas like southern Mexico, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Belize, Ecuador, Panama. And it's kind of hard to see from here, so we'll circle around, but they do have these very long tails, so their tail is what is known as a prehensile tail. You may also see there is a pelican laying down on the end of the island with him, so that is Pinky, the pink-backed pelican. You can say hello, Pinky.
Hello.
And there is also a great blue heron on their island, it would seem, sitting down there. So now you can see Flip, and you might notice they have a very, very long tail. So their tail is what is known as a prehensile tail, which basically means that with their tail they can do what we would need an arm and a hand for. So they can grab stuff with it, they can actually completely hang on by just the tail to branches. It's quite a sight. Now, the other one is up in the tree on your right, and his name is Flip, and he is a full black, robust spider monkey.
Spider-Man.
Now, the spider monkeys we have here, they used to be regular monkeys until they were bit by a radioactive spider and became spider monkey. Not really, that is Spider-Man, for those who know. The reason they call them the spider monkey is because if you ever see them up in a tree hanging on with all 4 limbs as well as the tail, they say they look like a big spider.
Sorry, can I just have you in your original seat?
So we'll say goodbye Bieber, goodbye Flip, as we continue along.
Goodbye, people.
Now the lake you guys are on, it is a natural spring-fed lake, except for the islands, those are man-made. We built them to give some nice loving homes to the animals, but at its deepest it is about 300 feet deep. No, I was just seeing who's listening there. It's only about 6 or 7 feet deep, so do not worry about the depths. But pat on the back, big reaction, lots of listeners. If you take a look on your right, that big tree there, it's my favorite kind of tree. That is the weeping willow tree. Little fun fact about that tree, the indigenous people of Canada, they actually used to eat a part of it found just below the surface of the bark, and that's because when you eat that part of the willow tree, it acts as a painkiller. So it's like Advil before we had Advil.
Herbal.
Babalik na tayo. Yun lang naman.
So get ready to look on your right hand side. You might see a big ol' spooky looking bird there. So that is Sammy. And Sammy is a marabou stork. And one thing you might notice about this bird, they have no feathers on their head or neck area. And the reason for that is because, believe it or not, that bird actually eats the dead carcasses of animals left behind by predators like lions and hyenas. And not to be too graphic here, but if you are digging your head through these dead animal bodies, you don't want to get blood and guts all over your feathers on your head or neck area, so instead they have no feathers there. Problem solved. Also, there's a lot of folklore about the stork. You might have heard the stories that the stork delivers your baby to you. For those of you with children, you know, they drop them right on the windowsill. If you've seen the hit kids movie Storks, you'll know this. Of course, you wouldn't want a stork like him delivering your baby. He would probably eat them on the way over. So I'll say, see you, Sammy.
See you, Sammy. Sammy. Storbo kayo. Nanalo si Mila is the main attraction for Mila.
This is the islander Gibbons call home on the right. Now, I don't see them, so whenever that's the case, they're either in their shelter or in one of these willow trees. Now, they're not in the one down there, so we'll double check this one at the end. However, if we can't quite see them, then unfortunately, they're likely just in their shelter. Alright, well, I'm not quite seeing them, so we'll say goodbye, Gibbons, wherever you are. And we are going to be approaching the end of our tour here now. Just a heads up, the type of dock we have, it is known as a bump dock, which basically means we are going to be bumping into the dock about 2 or 3 times, so just make sure you are securely seated in preparation for that. And if you have any questions about the tour or the park itself, feel free to ask me on the way out. Once again, my name is Ryan. It's been a pleasure being your guys' tour guide today, and I hope you have a wild rest of your day here at Safari.
Yay! Thank you, Ryan.
No problem.
Mila, what's your favorite animal? He's like, you might want the duck. Sammy.
Hi.
And Flip. Pero mabilis tandaan. Mabilis tandaan.
low. Level low.
Kasi bakit busy si Kuya, oh? Uy, ang Someone, what do you want? What do you want? See, you see the baboon, yung baby baboon is on top. Siguro yung baboon na mami, sumunod yung baby.
This is the first time I'm gonna go inside here without the baboon getting on my car.
Come on, baboons.
Oh, look at him jump. He's gone. He's running away.
Ang cute, ang kukulit. Ang tabahan ng isa, oh.
And
Uli, what's the reason why their bum is like that? Lagi siya nag-eat. Oh, nakakalbong. Parang ganyan ang bum ni Marshall. Ay, naglalaro. Ganyan, di ba nung isang araw, ganyan talaga ang puwit ni Marshall. Pulang-pula. Ay, nagbibigis dito. Marinig ang puwit ni Marshall. Oh, that's the food? See, frozen. It's like frozen fruits and vegetables. Ano yata? Ang cute. Look, that's a baboon. Go. Say, Daddy, pass. Say, Daddy, go.